YouTube, man. I don't even know what this video about. Some old head killer. But yeah, I think that's the same YouTuber that was talking about Baltimore thugs out here packing people up. Yeah. 10-minute vid with Tony 2 times.
This video is brought to you by
I'm gonna say what?
Cool green clothing.
This video is not promoted by that. Get that dumb stupid garbage out my face. No sir.
Every day, we all wake up and make choices.
Hey Tony. I understand you getting to that 2 minute, you know what I'm saying, the 10 minutes thing. But great shucks, my boy. You're yapping right now. Let's go ahead and get down to the business. The nitty gritty. The grits and bacon. Yeah.
Home and
Pork sausage.
do it again. Back in 2021, 68-year-old Mr. John Hall was coasting through the golden years of his life. John had worked hard for years. Fresh out of high school, where he attended Carver, where he learned multiple trades, including electrical engineering.
I thought about doing a little trade too, but after I get this degree, I'ma chill. I'ma look up vids on YouTube on how to cut hair. I'ma try. I gotta try that.
He went straight to work after that, and also met the
Be a little carpenter or something just to go. I'm telling you, it will not hurt for me to learn another trade. Some more money.
His life while in school, a young lady named Brenda. The two married in 1972 and had 2 kids. Later in life, John would find himself with a career at the Baltimore City Fire Department, where he worked at for 28 years and retired.
Oh, that's a career.
2012
Yeah.
as a lieutenant. As years went by, John's wife unfortunately passed away, and to deal with the pain, he turned to drinking. He would fall harder into the bottle over the years and picked up an addiction. But during his struggles, his family was there, nieces and nephews, his kids, to let him know he wasn't alone. John eventually went to AA and got himself together and sober.
Okay,
After
good.
that, he focused more on traveling and living life. John didn't really have a big circle, a few close friends, and he would land himself an apartment on Clark's Lane in Northwest Baltimore by 2021. John was living alone and had some health issues.
Ain't he old
He had a
here?
case of gout that made it hard for him to get around.
Don't you get that from eating too much red meat or too much pork? I forgot which one it is, but I was watching a podcast. Let's keep it a buck. Asian bro, his people got it. He said his people got it, or he got it. Yeah, it's one. It's
He
one
would
on.
often leave his apartment door open, so he didn't have to walk to open the door. His close friends and associates knew that, but John wasn't in harm's way. Everybody in the building liked the man. He would go to the casino when he had a few extra dollars to kill time, get out the house, and have fun. He would get lucky in the spring of that year and win $1,000. To some, that might
This is 1972. This is 1972, even though it's only 1,000. 1972, 1,000. That can take you a long way.
be a little bit of money. But for John, who was retired and living on a fixed income, that was a nice come up. He told a few close friends about his luck, but that was it. On May
I won't tell
28th,
nobody.
2021, maintenance.
Hey, I win the lottery right now. Y'all would not know. I would stop streaming, going to work. I ain't putting in no 2 weeks notice, no nothing.
In the building,
Y'all can kiss the crack of my boy.
kept getting complaints.
Telling
The
you.
water was leaking coming from John's apartment. When they knocked on the door, nobody answered. And when the maintenance man walked into the apartment, they knew right away something wasn't right. The water was on and running. John
In the
was laying
bathtub.
under a blanket, unresponsive. He ran out and called police. When BPD responded to the location, they discovered a horrible scene. John had blunt force trauma to the head and over 80 stab wounds. And unfortunately, he was already gone.
Oh my
It seemed
goodness.
somebody had targeted the older man,
For that $1,000 check.
but there was no forced entry, and John's apartment
He
was
let
still
him in.
order. As word spread throughout the building about the tragic situation, a few people told police John often kept his door open and had recently won $1,000. They claimed he had also just got into a beef with another resident who tried to steal money from him. 68-year-old Reginald Lively. Reginald had a completely different life than John. No stranger to law enforcement.
John a good
He
man.
would take a life all the way back in 1985 of a woman named Eleanor Williams in Anne Arundel County. He was found guilty, sentenced to 20 years in prison.
20 years for killing somebody? How come that's not life? This is 19, he just said the year 1980 something? That's life. I don't care how old he is. 20 years?
He served 8 and made parole. But
They gave him 20. Bro served 8 years and got parole. What type of dumb, stupid mess is this? Y'all don't know what y'all doing up in there. Boy, hey, get your black tail up in this chair. You finna die. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. However I'm finna do it, press the button and jack you with something. Yeah, come catch this one.
Years later, in North Carolina, Reginald would find himself a wanted man again in the slam of another woman, his girlfriend at the time, Miss Willie Mae Arlington, who was also stabbed in front of her son, similar in the same manner as Reginald's first victim.
He did the same thing to 2 women. What y'all gonna give him this time? Y'all gave him 20 years. He served 8. Y'all let him go. What y'all gonna do now?
Tracked down to Baltimore, extradited back to North Carolina, where he was charged and found guilty of the crime. Sentenced this time to 30 years in prison, where he served 12 and made parole again.
How can you keep serving parole? He didn't learn his lesson the first time after he packed somebody up. Y'all gave him 20. He served 8. Y'all gave him 30 this time. He served 12. Bro, there's no serving. He's here until he's dead. I ain't gonna lie to you. Matter of fact, we gonna keep his black tail up in that cell. He gonna starve to death.
This time to 30 years in prison, where he served 12 and made parole again. Now on his third try at life, Reginald was now a suspect in John's case.
It's clear, bro. This city don't care.
Police went to speak to the man about him trying to steal money from John in their argument, but Reginald claimed he was asleep the morning they determined the attack happened. But the maintenance man gave them video footage from the building that showed the man walking out early in the morning with a bag in his hand and returning without it. The man was identified as Reginald. Police confronted him again. He stated that morning he thought he was asleep, but he forgot he was up throwing something away. Police got a warrant to search Reginald's home and found the clothes he was wearing in the video, but nobody in the building heard nothing that morning, and Reginald maintained his innocence. So the case started going cold. John's family wanted answers, but there was nothing police could do. Months would go by, then months turned to years. When in 2025, a cold case...
Y'all boys did say blunt force trauma? Check for something.
...at the Baltimore Police Department...
This is back in the day. Y'all boys ain't checking.
Technology, the first thing they noticed in the video of Reginald walking with the bag, when they zoomed in, they could see a tool he claimed to be throwing out, and it seemed to have red stains on it that looked like blood. Money was missing from John's apartment. They knew he had just won $1,000. And fingerprints lifted from John's door was a match for Reginald.
That's crazy. John told the whole apartment complex that he won at $1,000. That's where he went wrong. Hey, he's a good man. He was a family man too. Everybody ain't good people, man. You can't be doing stuff like that. I'm telling you, leaving the door open, that's some stuff you do down in the country. You drive down Johnsonville, people will leave that door open, mind you. They do have guns. You know what I'm saying? Even in Florence, boy, you can drive around some neighborhoods. The door ain't gonna be open. That front door, you can look into somebody's crib. The door is open, basically. Y'all know what I mean.
Armed with new evidence, police went back to interview the man. He stuck to his story, but changed major statements.
I ain't one of them though.
And made years prior.
Tell you.
Police stated their case. They left him in a room to think about what they were saying. Reginald, not knowing he was being recorded, stated, "Well, that's it. My life is over. I done did it now." Even without admitting guilt,
killed 3 people.
They had enough to charge the older man with the hit on John, pointing to the man as a serial hitter who had no regard for life.
Y'all should did that the first time.
Everything at first seemed circumstantial, but Reginald's history didn't help at all. The fact his prior 2 victims were cut multiple times, and John was as well, also him lying about being asleep the morning of the attack, and the fingerprints on John's door. The judge pointed to how violent the attack was and how Reginald showed no remorse. He just sat there looking straight ahead, not even apologizing to John's family.
That's crazy work. So, hey, when y'all don't, I feel like sometimes, boy, y'all gotta let the family get a couple hits and let the family get a weapon and go crazy on people like this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I done seen killers like this. There's plenty of clips on YouTube. Killers will look at the victim's family, stare them down, and be like, "Oh yeah, I did it. I stepped on his head that many times. I killed him. I stabbed him that many times. I shot him." And I loved it. I had fun doing it. I don't apologize for nothing. Let the victim's family get a crack at him. Everybody get a couple hits in with a bat, a couple screwdrivers or something, couple, you know what I'm saying, knives, cut off some fingers. Why not? We need that.
He was found guilty.
You know what I'm saying? People, like, we start doing it, y'all boys go to jail a straight up potato. Why not? A vegetable. Come on, man.
This time, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Should have been
John's
had that.
family spoke out and stated They were glad the city didn't give up on the case. They couldn't believe Reginald was even free in the first place, but they felt justice was served now that he couldn't hurt nobody else. Rest in peace to John.
What her
I send my
lips.
prayers and condolences to his family. That's a
Rest in peace to
terrible
John,
moment.
bro.
And if it was over the $1,000 he won at the casino, that's terrible. That's not worth a life.
That's a Walmart check. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You do overtime at Walmart, what's that, 1,200 sometimes too? That's a Walmart check. McDonald's, that's 2 weeks. Back when I was working, that's 300, 400. 2 weeks. Yeah.
Reginald had
Mind you, that's 750. So 2 weeks, 400,
2 prior convictions,
324.
taking lives. You would think he would have been cool, not even trying to jaywalk or hurt a fly, because he knew how it felt.
No overtime, 1,024
But
at
some
Walmart.
people just never change. Maybe he felt comfortable in the joint and wanted to go back. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation.
Bro should have never got parole in the first place. Once they done said he stabbed that woman that many times, y'all gotta look at stuff like that. He stabbed the woman that many times. Then the second time, stabbed his girlfriend again in front of her son. Y'all let him go early again. Then he came back around for the third time and packed old man up. Now y'all want to give him life. Y'all should look at it. Okay, he stabbed a girl one time. Okay, she just died on accident. Okay, we could probably let him go. He been good for about 15, 25 years. Let's go ahead and let him go early for like a year. That might be a little bit cool, but still, if I'm up there, you're dead off rip. You're not doing nothing like that.